We wish to welcome everybody, for those that are here present as well as those who will be listening later, to take a moment here to just take a few nice deep breaths. And with each breath, allow yourself to be more open, more accepting. As you go deeper, allow yourself to feel the connection to all. Connection to those who are present, to those who will come, to the animals, to the earth, solar system, to your galaxy, to the universe, and beyond. For you are not only from here, you actually chose to come here. You've experienced things well beyond this area, well beyond this time frame, to a place where there is no time. The place that we speak from, which is not really a place, there is no time. There just is. And each time you have an opportunity to just be, you drop into that place of no time. In that place of no time, there is perfect balance, there is perfect polarity. And those are only words, but one must feel that balance between the energetic realm of the feminine and the masculine, which in your current state is more of a separation than it is a unity. But yet you strive to find that unity because you're not from here. You have felt it before many, many times. And you wish to go back home. You wish to find that balance. Yet all along you have taken it with you. You have brought it here with you. It has been with you all along. It is inside you. You know that it's in your heart space. You know that it's in every cell of your physical body. You know it's in all the nadis of your energetic body. You know it's in each piece of nature, each star, each photon. It is present everywhere. That perfect unity, that perfect balance. And yet the challenge for you, as difficult as it is to move past your third dimensional reality. The challenge is that you seem to seek outside of yourself. Those challenges that you point to in judgment, in separation. We're here today to share with you that those days are coming to an end. That the true divinity that is waiting for you is inside of you. Yet to receive the energetic feelings that are coming down from the galaxy, from your core, can be most difficult and cause, you might say, harm to your physical body. Because they are stirring up so much. But this is a blessing, not a curse. There is stirring up the realizations of not accepting any longer the separation that has been present for so long. To understand that the empowerment each one of you has is beyond anything you can comprehend with your mind and must only be found within the heart space. And yet this is a great challenge because it can only be found in the emotional state. It cannot be defined. It must be felt. Your egos throughout time, which has been so prevalent for you as you came, has tried to show you the definitions of what it is you're supposed to be, taking you away from the unification feeling, causing you to look more than, better than, less than, unworthy, worthy, all these polarity aspects of time, which then causes a greater rift, a greater separation. And yet now is the time to finally see this clearly. There are many, many souls that are here that will not see this. And what we mean by seeing it is to feel it. The extremes are becoming even more prevalent than ever before. Even within your own judgments of what is right and what is wrong. For in the no time, there is no right and there is no wrong. But in this linear time that you live, there is a right, there is a wrong, according to the definitions that have been presented to you over all these thousands of years. When the civilizations of Atlantis and Lemuria were present, this was not there in the very beginning. But as they became steeped more in the lower density energies that the third dimensional plane began to push on them, the separations began. The having more or the having less became quite prevalent. And it's not necessarily greed of abundance of money, but the greed of abundance of just having more. The feeling of having more, wanting more, desiring more. Pointing the fingers, let's say, at those who have more and you have less. The comparisons began. And thus the separations took over. Till you are here now today, after all these thousands of years, recognizing the same feelings, but we would say deeper than ever before. In your society now, there are still wars, just like there were back then. In your society now, there are the means of creating tragic losses, just like there were back then. The simplifications of life back then are not the simplifications of life today. You might say that the denseness of the energy is greater than ever before. Because it is a stabilization of things, you wish to be stable. You wish to create more laws. You wish to create more rights and wrongs instead of using something that is so deep in your heart. Something that you've carried ever since the time you came down here. The energetic value of compassion. The ability to see another in no time, to recognize what it is that they have to be with, to be with them in it, even from a distance, serves in such a great way. But to be able to feel this depth of compassion, you must find your own. The compassion that you have for yourself, that you hold within your heart, that you haven't even begun to touch yet, is far greater than any compassion you could ever give out at this present time. So to be able to share that deep depth of compassion that you hold, you must experience it first. You must show it to yourself. No more pointing the fingers outside of yourself on your journey any longer. That is not reality. Reality is only held within your own heart space, in your own unique way, in your own unique expression of being here. The purpose all along was for you to find your truth and to share your truth once you found your truth. That truth is not defined. It is not any mental capacity that you have. It is truly a feeling, a sense of being home. Your yearning to be home has brought you to this point. And that sense of compassion, which every cell in your body has, will take you home. There truly is no great purpose for any soul other than finding this truth. And once authentically found, that truth then can be shared in whatever way becomes present in the no time or the being in the moment. There is no has to be's. There is no going outside and projecting that truth to anyone else. For truly being in the moment with it is a projection of itself. As you stand in this unification field, truly, there is pure equality, pure polarity, a oneness, an excitement, a joy that you experience with each other. It is only found in that unique expression of compassion that each one of you hold within yourselves. The profound abilities and gifts that you hold within you are beyond comparison to anything in the universe. For if you can but realize that the changes you individually make, which sounds like separation, yet the profound changes that you make in searching for home, rising up even just slightly, has a massive effect on not only your planet, but in the entire universal structure that reaches far beyond anything you're capable of understanding. There is a wave of photon particles that leaves your heart as a tear of joy comes to you, or a tear of compassion. You know of your connections in such a way with other beings, as much as you wish to see them. They are always around you. They are only there to assist you. They are not there to prove anything to you. In one moment of feeling the sensation of connection brings a moment of compassion, a sense of balance and softness. To use one of your phrases, a breath of fresh air. And as you feel that breath of fresh air, you are experiencing that breath of fresh air. As you are experiencing that breath of fresh air, it is leaving your heart space and connecting to all. That's a capital all. That's an all of universality, of everything is touched by the experience of what you're feeling and the happiness and joy that you feel in that moment is being shared with everything. And because you are here in this density, within moments afterwards of that experience, you begin to analyze it and question it and wonder if it's coming back again. And now you're defining. And now it takes you right out of it. And when we say it, we speak of your ego, your mind, your thinking. But within seconds after that, you can bring yourself right back by the realizations that you have just let go of the moment. And now another moment can present itself. And on you go. Manifesting and creating a new experience, a unique experience that only you can feel as the divine to share with the unification field. It can be a fun game, but it also can be disastrous if you allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into the darkness. But we will say to you that the deeper you go into the darkness, the farther you go into the light. For all things are in balance. From one end of the experience, you manifest the other end as well. With the energies that are coming down, the tiredness that you feel, the dreams, the synchronicities, all are happening more and more. For at this time, the shift has been upon you for quite a while. And there are new energies coming. And to be able to accept those new energies, a shift in the physical body must take place. You get closer and closer to stepping into the fourth density. You might call it the way station. And the closer you climb up the way station, get closer to the fifth. The body must change. You will still have a physical body as you cross over into the fifth. It's just going to look a little different. It will be more energetic. But to reach these states, to be able to accept the energies that are coming in, you must release what it is you've manifested for these thousands of years. You know this. And each one of you in your own way knows that you are a master healer. This isn't anything new for you. You've done it before. All it takes to move the process along is to recognize that one aspect within yourself, in just one cell of your body. It is done without arrogance. It is done in complete humility. One cell. And you might say the process explodes from there. But as you reach outside of yourself for other solutions, in other definitions, in other ways, you walk away from this mastership. There is nothing outside of you. We will say to you, nothing, zero. It is all within sight of you. Any situation that is outside of you is a facade. It is a creation, a manifestation to keep you captured in a lower density, to help you work towards home. For at some point, you can't take it any longer. The density is too dense. You have to move past it. It's almost as if you have no choice. You are not new to this game. Some are. And so there's more games that must be played for them, but not for you. It's time for you to rise above it. It's time to see your beauty, to feel your heart fully, to know that the abundance in the universe is beyond scope, to feel that, to know in a second, in a beingness moment, you have at your fingertips all that you can ever manifest or imagine in all the universes that there are, throughout all time and time's aspects, in all of no time, which is beyond any aspect of time. Sure, there are different densities, there are different dimensions, there's different beings, there's all kinds of different experiences awaiting those who wish to continue to move on. But in all reality, everything is still within that heart space, that sacred place that you hold within. All of it is there. There is nothing you lack. Your mind will have you think otherwise. Your mind will have you point outside yourself and look at your situations to convince you that it isn't true. Yet we will say to you that those situations were created by you to help you realize that it isn't the truth. For sometimes you must walk through the darkness before you can recognize the light. We have told you before that the darkness is beautiful. It's there to teach, to help you experience things from a different perspective. And some of you have pleaded, when can this be over? I don't wish to experience this any longer. Please help me. Please give me a sign. Give me something to show me there's a different way. It's your choice. We will assist you in your choice, but it's your choice to see it in a different way, to feel it in a different way, to experience it in a different way. But that means you must go within the heart space. Your mind is a true function of the heart, not the other way around. Yet still you allow the mind to be the director. Sometimes causing you great harm, not only emotionally, but physically as well. Yet even in those times, you have the opportunity to manifest something different. It doesn't take away the empowerment you have within. It's your choice that causes these things to happen. So if there's one gift that we can share with you, it would be that go to the no time situation, the feeling of beingness. And you will find your answer every time, because we are there as well. And we will share with you the feeling that we have in the space we are. Not taking away from the choices you're going to make, but only presenting you with the feelings that the no time will assist you with. You might say you're in a rough spot. But the greatest gifts become available when you walk through the doors of the challenges. It's not enough to stand at the door. It's not enough to see it. You must manifest for yourself by walking through the door, which means to experience the challenge and then become the alchemist. The alchemist that uses the energies within the heart space to shift and manifest what it is that feels right for the best of all. It has always been the way. There have been many who have come before you that have shown you that this works. And not one of them was arrogant. In fact, some of them you have never heard of before, yet they still are walking the planet today. For in no time, there is no age limits. The cells just are. They're just a beingness. When you come out of beingness and out of no time, you come into the third density, because that is where you are. And the cells adapt as such. And they begin to age. They feel the stresses around them. But when you go to no time, there are no stresses. There is balance, pure duality, and things slow down. Now, it's not to say that you can use that 100% of the time while you're here. But you can slow things down to such a degree that you can continue to experience things well beyond what most do. And when this is done in a humble way, it is done for the best of all. You are not looking for credit. You are not looking to be on a pedestal. You are humbly walking your walk, allowing whatever to come to you, the beingness of no time, to assist and to serve, first in your own way through your heart, which then gets projected out into the moment. And some of you know, when you are in that no time, the words that come out seem a bit strange sometimes. You don't know where they come from, yet you said them all along. And once again, understanding that everything is vibration. And once you tap into the abundance of all, then the pureness of balance comes through in the words that you speak, or the energies that get projected without words. You actually can even slow down the aging process to such a degree that you go backwards, that you can feel younger, your cells more vibrant than ever before. As soon as you come out of no time, then all of a sudden the stresses begin and your body can feel heavy. This is all within you. Each soul has the opportunity and the gifts to become this pure alchemist for the best of all, under any circumstance. As you come from the heart, you can feel and sense what is best in the moment. And sometimes those choices can be a bit difficult, of course, because your mind wants to get into the way to convince you to do something other than that, whatever that might be. Only you know the difference. But you must have the courage to walk through the door, to walk through the challenge, to know all is just right no matter what. There is no right, there is no wrong. Divinity is at hand. It is within you. The energies that are coming in are stronger than they've ever been. You know this. You complain about it all the time with each other. Did you sleep last night? Did you get any rest? You're always tired. You're always sore. Something is always at bay. It is almost laughable in some ways. We know it isn't laughable as you feel it, and as you walk through it, but we are here to tell you that it has nothing to do with monkeypox. It has everything to do with your ascension. The world itself, the way it's created by those at the top that seem to want to control everything that you do, want to take you down and convince you that everything is physical. They want to destabilize you. And you can feel this, but things are changing. There are many waking up, especially the young ones. They will not accept this too much longer. You will see the changes. They will be coming. But you are the leaders. You are the ones they're going to turn to. You've done all the heavy work. And you're tired, but there's still more to do. We are proud of you. So proud. We are amazed at the choices that you make on a daily basis. Some that are so difficult because of the emotions that are at play, and yet you still make them. You still walk forward. You stay together. There seems to be a dependency upon each other, but not a codependency, but a dependency of assisting each other to keep going, to not stop. There's more out there to experience. There's more out there to grow through. Even just in the next moment of no time is a gift to the rest of the universe as you experience it. This is profound. Continue to grasp onto this, to know that you're taken care of, that we would never, ever let you down, that we're with you every step of the way, no matter what you walk through. The courage you have brought forth so far is beyond anything we could have ever comprehended. You keep wanting to come back because you want to keep making a difference. And you have. Not just here, but even for us, you have made a difference. We love you so much. We are always here for you. Take a moment and go into that no time, especially in those times of depression and anger, hate and judgment. Do your best to push it aside for just one breath. We will say one last thing. We are going to give you a gift, an understanding. We are going to tell you that for the next 2 months of your time, you're going to get a break. We are going to send more energy to you to help lift you up, to make things a bit smoother for you. You have proven how hard you have worked all along these challenges that all of you have taken on. Know that it's coming. We cannot tell you how it's coming, but it's coming. And you so deserve it. All we ask is that at night before you go to sleep, as you close your eyes, find that sense of gratitude for yourself. For as you give yourself the compassion and the gratitude of who you truly are, you will open the door and walk through the door to receive, which is so hard for you to do. Be grateful for who you are, for you are truth, and you are divine, and you are powered. Before you go to sleep each night, find the gratitude for who you are. Thank you. I'm not going to stop the recording yet, in case anybody has any questions or comments they want to make before we stop the recording. Anybody have anything they might want to share?
One thing that came up for me was I love the thread of the.
I'm muted. Are you muted?
I'm muted, but I think there might be an echo.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
Maybe I'll talk louder. Love the thread of the no time, the channeling. That going into the no time and kind of feeling all the darkness dissolve, where so much of that, I feel like this thing, so much of that is when you're in the person, in the mind, and getting riled up and going to that no time space. It's just almost alchemizes or melds itself, but then also the deepening of that. I think there was one part where the saying going into the no time and the deeper that, of course, like we always talk about, the deeper you can go into that, the more you experience the opposite end of the spectrum. So just as those come up, kind of in the moment, just kind of deepening it, but naturally feeling that in that no time space, it's just, it kind of goes away. So just comments / questions, I guess.
Patty, do you hear any of that? You have to unmute yourself. There you go.
No, I could not hear it.
Okay, he was just talking about going, Dane was talking about going into the no time space, and that I'll just paraphrase, as challenges seem to come up, being in the no time allows you to be with it in a deeper way where it doesn't have the mind-driven strength or power.
Tenacity.
Yeah, the tenacity of what the challenge might be, but the challenge is still there, but it doesn't seem to have the grip that it usually has. And in my own experience of that's the truth. I would say that I experience that when I'm running for sure. And that no time space seems to allow you to still experience what's going on, yet to understand what's going on instead of judging what's going on.
And would you say having a bit of that space in between what's going on versus
Yeah.
when it's more in the mind and the density is completely all consuming?
Yeah, if there's a space between, the thing was just saying, if there's a space between what's going on and that you're in the no time, it seems to present an opportunity to not be engulfed by what's going on, if that makes any sense. It gives you an opportunity almost to observe instead of judge what's happening, which gives you the opportunity to go into your heart space and then choose for yourself, how do I, if I do anything with this, let's just say, what might it be for the best of all? What might be for the best of the situation, as opposed to the mind driving you to judge it or say it has to be this way or use these kind of words or react in such a way that is more out of harm than non-harm. That makes sense?
Yeah, just like on that, it's like I've been trying to play around with it a lot as it's come up for me a lot in the past maybe month.
Yeah, go ahead.
Um,
It's okay.
it'll be an echo. Yeah, you hear a little bit. It's mildly annoying, but it's okay.
We're getting an echo.
We're in a canyon.
So it sounds like Darth Vader or something. But yeah, just where what was I saying? Where it's like you can deepen it from the mind and just get more invested in it and more stewed in it, and the story enhances, versus in the no time space you can kind of see all that happening from another part of you.
Mhm.
And it's like you're, I mean, kind of like what Muji always talks about, you are that observer watching this other side of you stew in it or reinforce the story, or, but kind of that, I see that happening and I'm feeling all that, but there's just enough separation to take yourself out of it. But then you're also deepening it at the same time.
Yeah, it's
It's
kind of a wild,
mind fuck.
yeah, it's kind of a wild place. Yeah, but that's the no time place. Yeah.
Are you able to add anything on to this present that basically giving us a break over the next 2 months? Is that something they've given before, and what? Expect from that?
So Lisa's asking if I can add anything more to the gift that they're giving us over the next couple of months, and if they've done it before, and what can you expect? When they were talking about it, that was something that my mind wanted to know, was the expectation, and they were like, no. No. And the reason they gave me, or at least the feeling I had with it, I guess I would say more than the reason they gave me, was that each individual is going to be hit differently. So let's say how I'm going to receive a break is going to be different than how you're going to receive a break. So whatever is hitting you, I'm going to suggest whatever is hitting you emotionally with the most difficult part, if that were the case, then there would be maybe an easing of the emotion. So you could walk through it with a little bit more presence. Yeah.
Because I got a little confused with that. We're giving you a break, but it's gonna be more intense energy.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Sounds like
Because they're gonna try and assist you. They're gonna give you the energy to be able to do whatever that is. I mean, whatever it is that each one of us is gonna walk through in this particular couple months. It's almost like they know we're all tired. They know we've all been through a lot. You know, and we have. And we keep getting hit from the outside telling us it's certain things, and it's not. I mean, when one of the things that I found interesting is that the, what do you call it? All the feelings of COVID, everything that they listed about, it can do this, it can do that. And there was like, I don't know, there's like 6, 7, you can have a headache, your stomach can be upset, you could be not sleeping, you could, it just, everything that you could think of in the book was one of the side feelings or whatever. Those are exactly the same feelings as Ascension.
really.
Yeah. So there is this push from the outside to try and destabilize us. And that's been going on for a long time. And yet there's also the support from other dimensions to help us ascend faster, to help us to find ourselves, find our truth faster, let's just say. And each person's on their own track to do that. So what's going to happen in the next 2 months? As soon as they said it, I just like, yes. Yeah, that means I'm going to sleep for 8 hours straight. Well, maybe not. Maybe that there's something else that's going to happen instead. But to know that anything that they're going to support you with, they're always with you, always. And that thing about gratitude was so emotional for me, to be able to go to bed at night and just look at yourself and realize, not with arrogance, but with complete humility, that your truth, you're beautiful in every way that you could ever be. You don't really need anything. Everything is there for you. And to really hold that.
That really resonated with me because I've been focusing on compassion and gratitude,
Mhm.
for the last few weeks, and I'll just continue to do that.
Yeah.
But I also liked the thread of the unity going through all of it. We are all one, and we must unify and recognize that.
Yeah, it's in.
It's something that we've been working on for years.
Carolyn was saying that she recognizes the unification process, and that we are all unified, and that she has been doing compassion and gratitude for the last couple of months, and to recognize that that feeling that we are all one, and that as soon as I feel something, somebody far across the globe has a chance to feel it the same way I'm feeling it. Doesn't have to, but they can. They have the opportunity because we're all unified. And then some being, in some universe far, far away is feeling the same thing in the same moment as well, because consciousness is instantaneous. There is no separation of time, because there is no time. So it's another kind of interesting concept to think about too. In no time, is the consciousness is pure in that moment. Yeah.
The thing that kind of hit me when they talked about this gift of 2 months and all that, was how, like you were saying, we're all going to get an opportunity in different ways. We're at a different spot. But the key, I don't know, it just kind of hit me that is, you have to be open
Yes,
for it, or
Yes.
it's not going to come to you.
That's correct.
You're going to need to be open for whatever that scenario is that they're going to help you with. And it just kind of put an emphasis to me, is especially over these next 2 months, be open for what's coming. We don't know what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
We don't know what that expectation
Yeah.
is. The key is gonna be open for whatever.
Yeah, Rick is saying that what came to him with the next couple of months was that to be able to be open to it, to be able to accept it, that if we're not open to it, then the chances are pretty slim that it's going to happen. So it's like to continue to remember to be open as we go along so that we can receive. And I think maybe that's why the gratitude piece was there, was that helps being open to it at night, especially because I think they work harder on us at night than any other time. Not what you guys, but I feel
While we're sleeping.
while we're sleeping, because there's no ego. So it's easier for them to do what they can to assist us. Anybody else have anything else they want to share? Patty, do you want to say anything?
No, I just got Terry with the gratitude piece. Yeah, that's really important.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lovely way to go to sleep.
Mhm.
It is.
Besides. Yeah.
And I would throw in it too, gratitude for whatever. It doesn't have to be like, oh my God, I just won the lotto. So I'm so grateful. It's just like, it could be grateful for, just about anything, no
Yeah,
matter whether it looks good or bad in our way of looking at good or bad.
right, right.
But just to know that there's gratitude for everything. Yeah.
The other thing that I connected with earlier, they were talking about coming to the door of this challenge. And being able to walk, you can't just see it, kind of have to experience.
Mhm.
Walk through those, some of the stuff. I can think personally, I'm sure we all can, of challenges that we've been dealing with recently or all over. I mean,
Yeah.
and so being able to walk through that, and go through it. Sometimes it's hard to do it. Sometimes we want, whoa. It's like, no, go ahead. And being grateful, actually in a way, be grateful that you have that challenge in
Mhm.
front of you,
Exactly.
because you're going to get more out of walking through the challenge
Yeah.
than to avoid.
Yeah, Rick is talking about the door of the challenge and to experience walking through it as opposed to just being in front of it. And to be grateful to have the challenge. As opposed to fight it, or try and, step back from it, ignore it, yeah. So to recognize that, I would say also that we have the gifts within us to walk through those challenges. And sometimes we don't realize that until we start walking through them. Then we realize, wow, I'm pretty bad, man. Look what I'm
There
doing.
was a reason for that. I didn't like that reason.
Yeah. Anything else, guys? No. Okay.
These 2 months, are they just gonna hit us hard again?
Yeah. Lisa says, after these 2 months, are they going to hit us hard again?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too.
See, where are we going to be in 2 months? Get COVID again in another country somewhere and have to experience a lake. And oh, geez, that was quite a challenge. All right, well, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. I'll post this and post the next one that's coming up. And we'll go from there. Everybody be safe and healthy and so on. See you.
Thanks, Tomei.
Thank you.
Bye, Patty.
Bye.
Bye, Patty.
Bye.